Hello again, it's another one of these video intros for another part of this interview that I was a part of. And like I said, I went through, and while the entire interview was part of the teacher Q&A section of a private online summit, the creator and friend of mine, Jessica, was kind enough to let me kind of go through and get snippets that I particularly liked the topics that we were discussing. Because you know how it is, like you record something, it comes out great one time, and then you try to I'm gonna hit all those same topics, and I don't know, at least with me, maybe it's just me, it never comes out exactly the same again. So I have stolen a couple of these little snippets, and this particular snippet goes into, like I said, I'm excited I finally get to talk about something that I'm pretty nerdy about, which is online entrepreneurship and branding and marketing, and really doing that yourself versus the idea that that would have to be something that was like big and scary and you'd have to hire somebody to do. You can do so much of that yourself at home, as a mom, as a wife, as a, I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing. If you want to have a business, you can do so much of that yourself. And my business has recently changed names, it has grown, it has absorbed other things, it has eaten other businesses, so many things, so many restructurings have happened over the past 10 years, and I'm in this part talking with Jessica a little bit about how that has worked. And I'm one of those people that I really like, for as unstructured and messy as I know I can appear online, I actually do really enjoy. I like things to be cohesive, and I like to set it and forget it is a big theme in my life. Like, I really like to be able to, set something up and then be like, there it is, that is the plan. And one thing I've definitely learned in the past 10 years with running my own business and marketing and e-commerce is in technology, just, you can't really do that. Like, you can try to do that, but it's gonna keep growing and it's gonna keep changing. And I mean, I remember when the idea of, and God, I could make a whole nother video of this. I remember stretching from solo entrepreneurship to having any sort of a team and any sort of delegation is terrifying, because I thought it was. You feel like to have an employee, and maybe this is just me showing my age, it feels like to have any sort of staff that you have to fully be responsible for this other grown human being and pay all of their bills, and I'm like, that sounds terrifying. I don't want to do that now. But there were so many, my business really scaled up where I actually ended up with a staff of around 5 people. And of course, no, they're contract employees. They're not full-time employees that I'm like the boss man and I'm responsible for paying all their bills. You pay people for their expertise. So long story short, we kind of scaled up, and then as things have changed and gears have turned and people's lives have changed, it's actually funny now as I'm filming this, even different from when I filmed the video you're about to see, things have kind of scaled up and things have actually kind of scaled back down. And it's not that anything is getting smaller, we've just restructured. So it's a lot of what I'm talking about in here is personal branding, how that changes, as well as scaling just a staff and how that could change from just you to more people that are contract employees to then back down to fewer people. And that's kind of where I'm at now. And clearly I could talk much more about this. So if if that's something you would like to know more about, is scaling a business. Like I said, it's crazy for me at this point to be like, I've been doing this for 10 years. So, I keep feeling like I should tell you to go talk to somebody that's smarter and knows more than I do. But I mean, at this point, I've been doing this for 10 years. I've gone through a good bit. So anyhow, here's the video, and I hope you get some good tips out of it, and comment any questions below. And like I said, this is kind of a kickoff for me. I'm just personally excited that with the shameless product plug, with the recent publication of my book Feral, that you can find on not Instagram, you can't find it on Instagram, you can find it on Amazon. You can find it on Amazon, either paperback or Kindle download, and it's very exciting, and it talks all about these things, and I'm really excited. This is kind of ripping the band-aid off of I finally get to talk about some topics I'm really excited about, and hopefully help other people that want to get started in the indie arts, indie entrepreneurship field. Here you go. think that's the main introduction. So I'm the owner of Crafty Housewife Yarns. I run My Local Wool, and I'm an online educator.
I love that. I love how you just keep bringing on more kind of arms to the business, more facets to it.
Good. I'm glad that looks good from the outside. From the inside, that's why I have recently switched. And like I said, as you grow, and I actually, no one knows yet. I'm writing a book, so y'all are hearing it first. I'm writing a book currently, and it's actually almost done. So I'm doing the thing where I'm like agonizing on it at the moment. But I would love to. It's going to be on, and like I said, I'm like embarrassed. Y'all are the first people I've told. My husband knows I'm writing a book, but he doesn't know what it's on. But it's I have found just the age that I am and the age that I came into working and it kind of growing up with the internet on, I love the options and freedom it gives have if you're, and I'm just going to say stay-at-home moms, but women, caretakers, anyone that needs like a flexible lifestyle to be able to do what you're also doing, have your children and your family while also being able to work from home. There's so much you can do on the internet. And I just felt like I'm always answering questions on kind of how should I handle this? How do I get started? That sort of thing. So it's going to be on indie business from the perspective of being kind of also a stay-at-home mom or, working it around your life versus having it be like this big outside career. And I've switched a lot of my social medias over to just my name at this point versus saying Crafty Housewife Yarns. Honestly, I mean, me and Instagram have beef. So I do kind of feel like I was trying really hard for a long time, and I talk about this in my book, to separate the brand from myself because I was not very comfortable, as you would not believe, since I have a YouTube channel. My husband had to like fight me into doing. I was actually not somebody who's super comfortable being in pictures. I've had to really work on that and being on camera and that sort of thing. So like I said, my YouTube channel is a hoot because it's like the many bad camera angles of Aaron James throughout the years. But it was something that the flexibility of it has been great, and having to get used to, where was I going? I'm sorry, I squirreled. I was trying to keep the brand and myself very separate because that felt safer to me of like, well, this is the brand and this is me. And since we just keep expanding into like different departments, and then honestly, when like COVID happened and small businesses all started getting their butts kicked, it became very apparent to me that like what was actually going to keep things running was me. So I was like, I probably need to quit separating that from that I just kind of had to accept that I was more the centerpiece than maybe necessarily I had started out wanting to be. So I have been kind of slowly switching that over to just my name, and then that I'm the owner of Crafty Housewife Yarns versus just hiding behind the brand. So, stay tuned to see if that's a good decision. But, that's where we're at for right now. So